Hello everybody, welcome to Pro-Am Outdoors. Today we're going to start something unique here on my channel. It's going to be called Tackle Tuesdays, where I'm going to bring you the tackle that we used on the last episode, and we're going to break it down for you here on Pro-Am Outdoors. Okay, so on my last episode, we were out white bass fishing, had a great time, went up the North Bosque River off of Lake Waco to see what it was all about. It was a couple of mile trek. If you hadn't seen that episode, go ahead and watch it. I just uploaded it a couple of days ago. It's a phenomenal show. You got to go watch that one. In that video, I said I'm going to use only one box of lures. I'm going to try to catch 5 for 5. What that means is I'm going to try to catch 5 white bass on 5 different lures. I think we accomplished it. So we're going to show you which lures we had on that episode. So as we open up this box right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we used. And the first one, well, I'm just going to bring it out because it's big. Anyway, so one of them was actually an umbrella rig. This umbrella rig here was unique. As you see, I've got a ring on here. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. All that is a ring off of a Coke bottle or Dr. Pepper bottle. Opens up. This umbrella rig was really unique. I'll talk about that in just a minute. The next one is something that my buddy showed me, is this white ice. This is such a really cool one. It's called White Ice Junior Zoom little old swim bait, and we coupled that with, see if I can find it here, with a pink head on it. And I've got one in here that's already done. Oh, here it is. Ow. Now I've coupled that with a one that's already in here. This is what I caught them on. This is an amazing little lure right here. You're gonna love it. But it is a really cool one. Caught a few on that one. We also caught some on a spin. This is the rooster tail. We caught some on a rooster tail. We also caught some on the Bobby Garland electric chicken with the twisted tail on it, so they have a little flutter action. We also caught some on the rattle traps. Now this is not the exact rattle trap, but anything that's gold or shiny, super shiny, will work. A little bit smaller than this one is what I actually caught it on, and it's a pretty good one here. And this one here is the Yum Money Minnow. That's a good one with the underspin. So what we did here is I chose different ones. The very first fish that I caught on that episode is off of a rattle trap. And what you do with that one is you just tie it up normal like you do any other rattle trap. And you put it behind. We had a kayak with a trolling motor on it, and we just trolled. If you're just getting to a spot, we had about a 3-mile run, so we trolled up to the spot using this. My buddy caught one right off the bat. Took a little bit later, then I caught one, but we were doing it to get there. So we did catch some on the rattle trap here. But make sure if you use it for white bass fishing, it is a chrome colored lure, okay? The next one that I caught on was one of my favorite ones. This is the Yum Money Minnow Junior. It's a little bitty thing. It's only like 2 inches long. And it's on a little old 3/16 ounce weighted head. This thing is amazing. I love this underspin because it works really well. And then the next one that we had is called the White Ice Junior. This is the color right here. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of nice shine to it, as you can see right there. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. We paired it with a little old 1/8 ounce jig head, and I'm gonna show you how we rigged this one out. The way we paired this up is that we actually used this jig head, and what we used is some super glue. That's a very cool little trick that you want to do. You just take the super glue, and what you want to do is just go ahead and line it up on your lure just like this. This works really good for small bass fishing in ponds, anywhere that you want to go. Just make sure you line it up straight, come out to the distance that you want. Go ahead and push it up on the head like this. See, it's not in line. I need to back up a little bit. So you want to just align it just right so it's smooth looking on there. You want it really cool looking. Got in the head a little bit. So now that it's straight on here, that's what you want. You want it nice and straight. Then what you want to do is take a little bit of super glue and just dab it right here, just a little bit. And then you put it back in and just give it a few seconds, and it's on there pretty good. This one here we used and caught a few of them on it, that White Ice Junior there. The next lure that we were catching on is this it's almost unexplained how it works, okay? And everything we've been using was slow roll. But this one right here, I mean, you just throw it out and let it sink and start slow rolling. This is the rooster tail or barrel spinner that you want to call it. But this one right here, it worked really good. Caught a few of them on that one. So the next one I want to show, I broke out my crappie rod, which is a 10-foot crappie rod. And I started using this Bobby Garland little swim tail one. That's an electric chicken color. And just put it on just like anything else. I did use a little bit of just a dab of super glue on it just to keep it holding so it won't pop back down. But that was a real killer there. I was standing up in the video and using this one. That, once again, once you hit it and let it sink real slow, you start rolling real slow with it, and bam, those white bass were nailing this one pretty good. And they really liked that color right there. That is called the electric chicken. I probably use that one quite a bit whenever I'm out crappie fishing too. The next one I want to talk about is kind of crazy, is this big old umbrella rig. Well, I've used these little tiny underspins made for crappie fishing. This little broke body right here is actually a lure made by, this is actually a lure made by Lake Fork Tackle. It's got that little split body, so the action's really, really good on it. Now, what I like about it, it looks like a school of bait fish coming through. Didn't really do that good on it. I mean, it did caught some fish on it. Trust me, you got to go watch the video on the white bass one I just put out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button because I have another video with some white bass on these lures right here coming up next, and I catch some on this one. It's pretty phenomenal. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Wait for that one to come out. It'll be this weekend or in a couple of days. But this right here is awesome. I've actually caught before when the white bass are schooling, when they're hitting that top water. You throw this out there, it looks like a school of bait fish. I've actually pulled up anywhere between 3 and 4 white bass at a time on one lure. This is amazing. Some people say this 5 different lures. No, it's actually one lure with 5 different hook sets on it. So that's a pretty good one there. Looks like school of bait fish going through, and everybody, and that's just an amazing way to catch fish. I actually catch a bass on the episode, so you got to watch it on this lure right here while I was white bass fishing. A largemouth bass, caught that one. So this is pretty much it. This is the setup. This is how I used it. Once again, you're going to slow roll a lot of these things when you're out there white bass fishing. But if you want to try to catch white bass, pretty much you throw anything that's shiny, you're going to hook up. Didn't use one of my favorite ones, which is just a chrome spoon, a little 1/8 ounce chrome spoon. Works extremely well. But all of these work really, really well for white bass fishing when they're on the run or whenever they're schooling. This is Marcus Moras with Tackle Talk Tuesday. Hey, we'll see you next time here on Pro Am Outdoors.